Kyiv has become increasingly frustrated with Sir Keir Starmer's government over military aid. Defence Secretary John Healey has denied the UK's relationship with Ukraine has deteriorated since Labour came into office. Kyiv has become increasingly frustrated with Sir Keir Starmer's government over military aid, The Guardian reported. Principally, they are furious over the refusal to allow Ukrainian troops to fire British-made Storm Shadow missiles at targets, but Mr. Healey denied this, declaring, "We've stepped up with more military support. We've speeded up deliveries." Mr. Healey told BBC Radio 4's Today programme of the reports over the weekend. "That is simply not correct. We've stepped up with more military support. We've speeded up deliveries. We're now spending more on military aid for Ukraine than ever before as a UK government, and I spoke at length to the Defence Minister in Ukraine. He certainly doesn't see the UK support weakening, and he said the Ukrainians are confident in Britain's continuing and steadfast support for their country." Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer and Emmanuel Macron are plotting to dramatically increase military support for Ukraine before Donald Trump arrives in the White House. The Prime Minister and French President will meet in Paris today and discuss whether the outgoing US President, Joe Biden, can finally be persuaded to give Ukraine the green light to fire Storm Shadow missiles. Hopes are rising within Whitehall that Mr. Biden will allow Ukrainian forces to use Storm Shadow missiles, a senior source said. "We are very keen to make sure we can make the most of the time between now and January 20th, when Mr. Trump becomes US President, and not just put everything on hold until the next administration." Another source said Mr. Biden was expected to turn on the taps by handing over more financial aid owed to Kyiv in the weeks before he leaves the White House. Mr. Healey says the world will have to wait and see what Donald Trump really proposes over Ukraine.